Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. This week we are talking about a subscriber requested topic on how to decide on your bridal makeup. Before we dive into this week's topic, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment below, let me know if there's a particular video topic you'd like me to create a video on for you. I am here for you, guiding you along the way leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am so honored that you have found me. I am, of course, a wedding fashion expert, stylist, buyer, wears so many different hats at LOVELLA Bridal, located in Los Angeles, California. For daily content, please be sure to follow us on Instagram at LOVELLA Bridal, at LOVELLA Plus, and at Wedding Fashion Expert. Hit that follow button on TikTok at LOVELLA Bridal and at Wedding Fashion Expert as well. A subscriber, Andrietta, wrote in asking on how to decide on bridal makeup. I am so excited for this topic because this is something that is really, really valuable for us to cover for a number of reasons. One of the reasons being your bridal makeup can make or break how you look on wedding day. It really comes down to your dress, your hair, and your makeup. Your wedding is not where you take risks, right? You can take some fashion risks if you want to. You can play with that throughout the events leading up to your wedding and on wedding day if you'd like. However, your hair and makeup, you really don't want to try anything that you have not tried before. And the reason for this is because at the end of the day, you spent all this effort, energy, time, money into planning your wedding. And what you're really doing it all for is, of course, yes, to enjoy the day, but it really comes down to your photos and videos that last a lifetime. Your makeup and hair are two really critical elements of this. It's how you look, it's your face, right? It's your overall appearance on that day. And if you are doing makeup that you don't typically do, like if you're wearing really heavy makeup and you usually keep it very, very natural, I want you to at least experiment with that leading up to your wedding. Have photos and videos taken and make sure that you like how you look. The same goes for your hair. I have been a part of several weddings before, and for one of the weddings I was a part of, the bride requested that all of us wear our hair up. I was never one to really wear my hair up. I always wore it down, or I danced ballet, so it was always in a very low bun. But the updo that we did, it just did not feel like me. It did not look like me, and I had to do it because that's what was required of me for the wedding, which I was totally happy to do. I'm only bringing this up because when I looked back in photos, I didn't feel like it was me. And oftentimes, so many guests that are shopping around with my brides tell the bride that she needs to wear her hair up on wedding for a number of different reasons. That's just a traditional wedding style to have your hair up. It's nice to have it out of the way. It's easier to keep an updo looking good throughout the day. You don't want it in the way. All these different things that do make sense, logically speaking, they make sense to have your hair up out of your face. If there's wind, it won't be blowing. All of this does make sense. However, for me, it was a bit of a culture shock when I saw myself in those photos with my hair up. I didn't like how I looked in any of those photos. And that's what it's really coming down to for this. So when it comes to your hair and your makeup specifically, you want to love how you look. These photos are there for a lifetime. You've planned this wedding, you've spent so much energy doing it, and the photos are really what are going to be framed throughout your home, posted on social media, Christmas cards, holiday cards, New Year cards, whatever it is. These are photos that are going to last a lifetime and for generations to come. When it comes to your makeup, the one thing that I have noticed is concealer being too light for skin color for camera. So I want you to also pick a makeup artist that understands photography and video. As you all know, I'm sitting on camera right now. I do a lot of camera, photo, video work. I have had so many makeup artists want to put fake lashes on me, and I've hated how they feel. I don't like how heavy they feel. I can't blink, I can't see straight, I hate it. But then I had a makeup artist look at some of my old work that I had done on camera, and she told me that on camera, the way that I talk and I squint, I make my eyes look smaller. Even though I have really big eyes in person, wearing false lashes and putting strip lashes on or individual lashes on would open my eyes on camera. And when I take photo video with no lashes versus putting lashes on, it makes a huge difference on the way my eyes appear on camera. This is not something I would have ever noticed. I would have known. I was so anti wearing lashes. I prefer a more natural look. But then I would see myself on camera looking more natural and then seeing it with a little bit more makeup and more dramatic eyes. Right now, I am wearing very natural looking lashes. It looks better on camera, but in person it feels very, very heavy to me, but on camera it translates really beautifully. And yes, of course it looks like I have makeup on right now, but it's not super heavy. It is a little bit more on the natural side for what I would consider. But that being said, I have had to learn to accept this type of makeup and get really comfortable with it. So the advice here is that for wedding makeup, you do want to do a step above what you typically do. So it's your normal go-to things, but really just elevating it and doing a little bit more for it to translate on camera. This goes for jewelry too. If you wear really small earrings like what I have on and you wear your hair down, your earring is only going to show if it peeks through, but right now we're pretty close. If I was far away from even more of a distance, it gets smaller and smaller and you might as well not wear them. So your wedding day, you need to kind of think of it as a way of if you were a performer on stage, everything a little bit bigger and a little bit more dramatic than you typically do. I'm not saying go from 0 to 100, but a little bit more dramatic than what you typically do so that it translates really beautifully on photo and video and on camera overall. The best advice that I can give you is everybody's needs and the way they want to look is really individual. However, you want to pick an expert in makeup and in hair for them to help guide you so that it looks great on camera and lasts all day long. I highly recommend doing makeup trials for your bridal shower, for any events, bachelorette party if you have something coming up, or maybe it's somebody else's wedding or formal event that you're attending. Do a trial, take photo, take video, see how it translates. Makeup is such an art form, and even color matching to the skin is such an art form. And if you're going to be getting tan or spray tan, any of those things that you may be doing, you want a makeup artist who really understands your wants and needs and is able to educate you, like the way in which the makeup artist that I worked with that told me, hey, I looked at your videos and I highly recommend putting lashes on. It's just going to give you your natural appearance in person on camera that we're missing when the false lashes are not put on. And it truly was an absolute game changer, but it took an expert to point that out to me and to show me this. And now I can put these lashes on by myself. I'm okay with the feel of them. I picked a very, very natural one, so they're not super heavy. They're very weightless and I can manage it and I'm comfortable. It also takes a little bit of practice for you to try some things and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. All in all, it's all about finding an expert that can really help identify and solidify your look and understand the translation of camera. That is key. I also really admire Sofia Richie for her wedding, where it is reported that she didn't even wear foundation. I don't know that I'm that bold. I have a little bit of redness and rosacea, so for me, I don't know that I could go without foundation. I don't know how that would go on camera. I don't think I would really love it, but she kept it so natural and has such incredible skin, and I think that that is phenomenal, and she looked beautiful. And I do have brides that love a full face of makeup with contour. To each their own. I think both are beautiful. It really comes down to what I mentioned about you loving how you look in photo and video. I hope that you found this video helpful. For more videos and tips like these, please be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will see you in next week's video.